What's up? What's up? What's up? We are getting ready to go live. Start this watch party. Brothers and sisters, hope y'all are doing well today. We are getting ready. Hold on. Can I do this here? Probably can't do that because there's might be some music there. But we're gonna start at 1 o'clock. We're about to start the Facebook watch page on my page. If you're tuning in, you're on the Black Chicago Eats page, and man, we're thankful. We got some good conversation we want to have today. Hopefully, I think it's going to be good. I hope you all think it's good, man. And I love to get some feedback. But it's so much happening in today's society, in the world today. How come it's not letting me? Start a watch page. Let me go here. So chime in. Let us know where you're from. Who's checking in? Check in and tell us where you're from. As we get the Toure Muhammad Show kicked off. Today is Monday. It's a vainglorious day. We're happy to be here. We're happy to be on the top side of the earth. And we hope that you are too. We're going to be getting started in about 3 minutes. 3 minutes. 3 minutes, Dougie Fresh, you're on. On. Tell a friend to tell a friend that the Toure Muhammad Show is on. Share it, like it, tell your people. Come tune in with us as we bring you another episode of the Toure Muhammad Show. And man, I got some things on my mind today. I got some things I want to mention. I want to talk about. There's been a lot of conversation floating around, and I think we have something to add to the conversation. But it might not be what you think, though. It might not be what you think. But we got 2 more minutes. We're going to kick this off. Please share and like this with your friends and your family. Tell them to tune in to the show. We are hoping that we continue to provide some value, some information, and some inspiration. We think we can do that. More options. Start a watch party. There we go. All right, so the watch party is started. That way I can see you all on every page. If you tune in, wherever you are, I should be able to see comments as you drop them. And we're going to kick this party off. What time is it? 12:58. We got 2 more minutes. 2 more minutes. Share, like, tell people to tell people. Tell them the show is on. The show is on. And we were getting started in just a minute here. 1 minute. 1 minute, Dougie Fresh, you're on. On. It's that old school. Y'all don't know about that old school. So we're going to talk a little bit today about focus. And Black men and integrity. We're going to talk about this new online delivery service that's coming to Black Chicago. It's exciting. It's brand new. It's going to be revolutionary, I believe. And it's going to be something that is going to have the whole city talking and jumping. We're going to shout out, of course, our sponsors. So we're going to get started. We got 1 minute. Oh, it's on. It's on. It's 1 o'clock. It's 1 o'clock. Sound the bell. Sound the bell. Greetings, brothers and sisters. This is Toure Muhammad. This is the Toure Muhammad Show. I am your host. And I am so excited to be here for another day, another opportunity to be here. And we got Cheryl Lynn Fox from Chicago. God bless you. I'm doing well, Cheryl Lynn Fox. Man, that's a pretty profile picture you got there. You must be watching. Oh, you watching from YouTube. People don't put profile pictures too much on YouTube. But folks, if you didn't know, we're streaming on YouTube and Facebook at the very same time. Let me know how the video looks. We did a few things to get this video to be a little bit better than it was last go round. So check it out. Check out the video and make sure I look clearer than normal. But we're going to start this off, man, with I think is something that is so important for us, regardless of our age, regardless of our gender. Men and women, young and old, often have a problem with focus. Focus is the very thing that will help us to achieve our goals. Many of us have a clear vision. Many of us know exactly what we want to do, and many of us have a path to do it. We know exactly where we're going. It's just like when you put your car onto a GPS location and you know you're going to the store, but then you get diverted, you get phone calls, you get messages, you see stuff on Facebook, and before you know it, you're on the other side of town. Thank you, Dana. She said we're looking good. The video's looking good. So it's so easy for us, despite all of the best intention, to get off of focus, right? We stop thinking about or focusing on what's important to us. And the only way that we are going to achieve a level, now, matter of fact, let me put this up here. Let's first define what focus is. Focus is the state or quality of having or producing clear visual definition, right? It's the ability to see something and put your attention on it to the point where you don't take your attention off of it, regardless of what. We all heard it in school, but you better stay focused. He lacks focus, or she lacks focus. And that was the reason we couldn't get our work done, right? And sometimes the focus, it was for a good reason. Sometimes it wasn't. But focus, right? If you're having a problem, if you know where you're trying to go in life, if you know what your goals are, if you know what you're trying to achieve, but your focus is not there, I want to give you all a quick tip that you can use to get your focus stronger. See, the problem that most of us have, or many of us have, is that focus, right? It requires attention. And many of us have throughout our lives, and of course, the older we are, the more this has happened, where we have little agreements that we make with ourselves about what we want to do with our life. Those little agreements, some are strong, some are not so strong, but because they're not organized properly in your mind, really taken outside of your mind, but that's a whole nother subject, so that you are not having little pieces of attention taken away from what you actually are focused on in the moment. See, with relationships, it happens. Some of us, it's hard for us to be in a consistent relationship because our focus is on past relationships. And we're either comparing, or we're missing, or we're judging, right? The present situation based upon past situations. Focus is not there on what's right in front of you. Some of us do it with our careers. I'm going to take myself, for example. You know, there was a time at a certain age, I just knew I was going to be in the NFL. I mean, I was fast, I was strong, I was intelligent, and I just knew that the NFL was going to call my number. That was in first grade, second grade, third grade, probably up to sixth grade. I had that idea strong in my mind. And then I tried basketball. And for a minute, I had dreams of being in the NBA, floating through the air like Jordan, right? Then somewhere along the lines, I think I wanted to be a doctor and then a filmmaker, right? Each time that we decide on a career path or a life path, right, it takes a little bit of our focus off of what's right in front of us. Now, sometimes it's because we need to focus on that which we lost focus on, but sometimes it's time for us to give up that focus of yesterday. I'm 50 years old. I'm in decent health. About to go see the doctor, get my checkup. You know, the blood pressure a little high, so I got to check on that, see what's going on. But in the past, like 2 weeks or whatever, but I'm not going to be in the NFL. I'm not going to be in the NBA, right? And especially now with how, racism and white supremacy and the whole pandemic is played out, you have NBA players saying, I'm not going to play this year. So I'm with you. I ain't playing either. They're not going to get down. I'm not going to get down. So what do y'all think, man? Some of y'all who are listening, what are some of the goals what are some of the things you want to do as a child that you still think about sometimes? And sometimes your mind wanders and you imagine yourself, riding off on that horse, catching robbers and bad guys, or you want to be a police officer, or you want to be a doctor. And sometimes you watch a show and those things take effect on you for a moment, and they take you off focus of whatever you're doing in that moment so that you can dream about what could have been and should have been. Right? Some of us do it with the greatness that we had in the past, right? Especially if, we were a great athlete in college or high school. Man, it's even stronger. It's even harder to let those things of the past go. But it is our focus that we have to grapple with and master so that we can accomplish what's right in front of us, so that we can focus on the relationships and the business opportunities and the moments that are right in front of us, right? So all those little agreements that you made in the past, right? Write them down. Write down everything you want to do, everything you want to be. It may fill up one sheet of paper. It may fill up the backside of it too, but write down all those things. If you want to be Superman, right? If you want to be Black Barbie, whatever you want to be, write those things down so that you can look at all the things that across over your life have taken some of your focus off of whatever is right in front of you, because little pieces of attention are being placed on those things of the past. Now, once you write them down, the next thing I want you to do is to scratch off all the things that you know you're not going to do anymore. Scratch out the dreams of the past. Scratch out those goals that you'll never achieve. So again, NBA, NFL, I won't be a player in any of those. Some of y'all may want to be a hockey player. Whatever you want to be, that it's no possibility that now in your life you're going to achieve that, because there's a certain amount of beingness, doing this, and having this that you have to have, and the time frame is not there. In the Holy Quran, there's a surah that says, surely by the time man is at loss, except for those who believe and do good. Surely by the time, if the time is not appropriate for what you want to do, then scratch it off. Time dictates the agenda. So, songwriter, well, wait a minute now, Danny, you still got time to be a songwriter. Huh? That time, because if you want to be a gymnast, I would say the time has passed, but not a songwriter. So all those things that you won't be, or that you just gave up on. You know what? My design wasn't strong enough, right? Scratch all those things off. Get those things out your mind. Then the things that are still on your list, start figuring out. Write down a plan of operation or a plan of action, right? It don't have to be 20 things that you're going to do. You don't have to be your whole business plan or your whole plan, but just write down the very next thing you need to do to move that goal, that desire, that dream a little bit further. And if you do that, right, you can actually, and that's what I was mentioning to a little bit earlier, alluding to, if you put it on paper, right, then, and you have a plan of action, then it relaxes your mind, right? And it puts your mind at ease, right? You have things that you may be worried about or concerned about, and those things are taking space. And then you got the things that you want to do with your life, and these things take space, and all of that together can really have your mind running in all types of different directions, right? But if you take a moment to eliminate those things that you're not going to do, and then we're going to talk a little bit maybe tomorrow about how to deal with the worry part, right? Because if you are alive, you should not be worrying. If you have breath in your body, you should not be worrying, right? But it's natural. Many of us do it, and all of us are prone to slip into worry. We just have to know what tools that we have at our disposal to keep us from worrying too much, and to put the proper thought pattern in place that will destroy worry and get us about the business of being productive. So, man, that's what I want to say. That's my piece for that quick minute there, brothers and sisters. We actually got notice. We were going to have on the Headlight Festival event that's coming up. We were going to have the co-founders on, but there was a mix-up, not a mix-up, but, you know, some things came up. So we're going to delay that conversation to later on in the week. But while I have your attention, I want to tell you all about a wonderful announcement. I want to tell you all about a vainglorious event that is getting ready to take place for all Black-owned restaurants. Black Chicago Eats is launching Black Chicago Eats to Go. Black Chicago Eats to Go. We've partnered with an incredible 20-plus year IT company, and we have the technology and we have the marketing where we are going to be offering online scheduled pickup and delivery for Black-owned restaurants here in the city of Chicago. Now, we're going to, if you are a Black-owned restaurant, then direct message me, inbox me, let me know that you're a Black-owned restaurant in Chicago, because we want you on. We got some amazing stuff for the restaurants and for the consumer. First of all, for the restaurants, it is a much less fee than what you're being charged by other online delivery and pickup companies. Then we are Black owned, so you'll have the joy, you have the privilege and the opportunity, right, of being part of making sure the money circulates in our community more than just one or two times, right? Then what we know that nobody else is doing in the game right now is we are going to be offering some built-in marketing. So you're not going to pay no setup fee, no activation fee, and you're going to get marketing for the first roughly 30 days. And then there'll be a monthly fee. But that monthly fee is going to be so minimal, and the money you're going to be making is going to be so. Our goal is to make it so beneficial that small monthly fee is not going to matter. So if you are a Black-owned restaurant, get at us. And for those of you who are consumers who love to eat and support Black-owned restaurants, we want to know what you think about this. We want to know would you support it. I'm telling you, it's going to be beautiful when you have, when you know that car coming to deliver your food is Black-owned, man. It's going to be absolutely incredible. So, man, get ready for it. We're talking about this month. We're doing a soft launch, introducing it to a certain few amount of restaurants and start the process going. So We can make sure everything is flowing right. And then shortly after that, we're going to bring on the rest of, the driver delivery aspect. The first part is going to be online delivery. Online scheduled pickup. Online scheduled pickup. And then the second part would be delivery. And of course, I'm sorry, West Side, but more than likely we're going to start on the South Side. More than likely we're going to start somewhere between South Hyde Park and Chatham. And it's going to be absolutely amazing. So I want you all to get ready for that. We're excited about it, and we hope that you are too. So a few people we want to give a shout out to. Of course, we always mention and talk about Sean Michelle's Homemade Ice Cream. They are one of our sponsors. We appreciate them. We love them. And we love Brown Sugar Bakery, Stephanie Hart over there on 75th Street. Sean Michelle's is on 47th. Stephanie Hart is on 75th. And it's some of the best products out here in the city. And it's not just me saying it, but it is the people saying it. Man, when you see the comments and responses on both of their social media pages, then you'll see how endearing they are to the community because of their consistency and their service to the community. Now, of course, no business is perfect, although we're striving for perfection. So if you have an issue, right, make sure you inbox either one of them and let them know what's going on, and they will respond. Matter of fact, we talk about them too a lot. They are sponsors and they are clients. We help them with publicity. We help them with marketing and outreach. We help them sometimes with special events. So if you are a Black-owned business and you need assistance, matter of fact, right now is a wonderful time. It's an opportune time to be focused on publicity. Do you know with a simple press release, a one-page press release, and what is called in the PR business a pitch, but it's really, it's your sales pitch, if you will, but it's not the same as a sales pitch to a consumer. It's a pitch that you would give to a reporter to encourage them to write something about your business, right? You want that pitch to be focused. You want it to be laser sharp and on point, and you want to hit certain things, right? You want to focus on the highlight a problem. You want to highlight the solution that you are offering, and you want to have a call to action in there amongst a few other things. But those are some of the things that you need in order to have a good pitch. And with that news release, and with you sending an email with that pitch to a few key reporters, do you know that you could get thousands and thousands of dollars of free publicity? Do you know how much 60 seconds or a minute would cost on television? Where you can get it for free if you know how to speak the language of the reporters. So we're going to be doing a little some online coursing. I'm talking to people and giving people tips and ideas. And I think we're going to start doing a online tutorial because there's so many opportunities missed. There's so many ways that you could be getting free publicity, getting your message out there, building your brand that you just shouldn't be missing out on just because you don't understand how to speak the language. And there's so many online opportunities, right? It's mainstream, but then you also have podcasts like ours. Some podcasts got 100,000, 200,000 viewers, and man, there's so much and all the stuff in between. So there's so many opportunities for you if you know how to use them and you know how to speak the language. We want to show you and teach you about speaking that language. So if you need that for your business, let us know and we can help you. We can have a conversation. We can give a free 30-minute online video chat or over the phone. Do a consultation with you, right? For 30 minutes, about 30 minutes we'll give you, and we'll find out what's going on with your business and see what we can do to help. Now, if you are going back to, let me put this up here. If you all want to be plugged into some of the stuff we send out you know, whether it's about events like Real Men Cook, whether it's about Black-owned businesses, we send out text messages with updates, with links to websites and more information. So if you want to get on that list, then text Black Chicago to 844-733-8392. Text Black Chicago to 844-773-8392, and you'll be plugged in with us. And you'll get to hear about stuff like Chateau's. Man, she has a men's hair and beard, a whole system, man. She has like 6 products, and we have some of them here. We're looking for some brothers that want to sample some of this stuff. We got a couple of brothers now that's checking it out, and that's something that, man, you should, if you got a beard, man, you're trying to keep that beard moisturized and soft. For me, it's the mustache. I want to keep my mustache moisturized and soft. Then you make sure that you check out Chateau. Go to the website, but link up with us, and we're going to be doing some marketing promotions consistently for her. We appreciate her. She's been in business for some 30 plus years, a full line of hair and skincare products. Many of the women may know about her because she can be found in Whole Foods, right, throughout the South Side and in the suburban areas. So, man, check her out. She is a wealth of information, and we're going to be doing some great stuff with her coming up so we can introduce her men's line to the public. So I'm switching up these lower thirds here, man, so y'all get a little taste of here. So, but these are some of the people that we're mentioning. Toure Muhammad, and it helps me to remember as well. These are like my cheat notes, my cheat sheets. So Toure, the math doctor, man, make sure you go to themathDoctor.com. It's themathDr.com, and find out about his online math course. It's starting in September, and it is something, man, that if you have a child that's having a problem, you can't motivate them to learn math. It's difficult. It's a challenge. I'm telling you to tune in to him. Let him be the teacher of your child. He's going to inspire them and motivate them. He knows how to engage children from kindergarten to the college level. So get with him. Go to that website, themathDr.com. So one more thing, brothers and sisters. Motherland's Gold Moringa. Some of you all know this. I've been promoting this from the Black Business Network, from the Buy Black Movement. Man, you can go to my website on the Buy Black Movement, or just say you was referred by me. Go there and purchase some of these wonderful products. Now, those of you who understand and know about the power of moringa, moringa is a plant that's grown in Africa that has more nutrients, they say, than any plant found known to man. It has more vitamin C than oranges, more vitamin A than what, carrots or whatever got vitamin A. But it has a ton of nutrients in it. And Motherland's Gold Company has made a body wash. I've been using it. I love it. They have a lotion. I've been using it. I love it. And they have some whipped shea butter. And I have all 3 of these are the Nubian Warrior brand. Because that's what I am, right? It's part of my history. So it smells delicious, or it smells wonderful, and it has the benefits of having the moringa in there. So it's, soothing and coursing and helping the skin. So, man, go to the buyblackmovement.com/beansoup, or when you go to buyblackmovement.com and they ask you who referred you, put in Toure Muhammad, Toure at beansouptimes.com. That way I get some money for referring you, right? That's one of my affiliate, if you will, folks that I work with. Been doing it for a long time with them. Love Delzino and Deborah Wilson Debriano, the founders of the Tag Team Marketing and the founders of the Buy Black Movement. This movement to buy black, we love how it is right now. It is in the forefront of people's mind, and we have to continue the momentum so it becomes not just a thought, but it is a way of life. It is an activity, and that takes time, brothers and sisters. You know, we have been in a position where we've been marketed to from everybody else for so long that it's part of the reason that we quickly go and buy from somebody else, right? There were print catalogs promoting white-owned businesses, Sears and Montgomery Wards, right? There was radio promoting white-owned businesses. There was TV that came in and brought it to a whole nother level of promoting white-owned businesses. And we didn't have access to that. We couldn't even go to those places and buy the stuff that we were seeing or hearing about. The catalog made it easy to order it online, or not online, but through the mail. But we can go to the stores, right? We can go in those places. So for a long time, we had this desire to go where we were told we couldn't go. And so now that we have that freedom, we've been going too much. We've been going too much, and now we've forgotten about all of our businesses, all of our Black-owned businesses that need us. And I guarantee you, brothers and sisters, when many of the businesses that you marvel at and worship right now, when they first started, they were not the excellent customer service. They was not the pure and pristine product. Most of them started out gutter. They started out in the raw, but they had enough. They either had a great price or a great product, or they had great customer service, and they were able to survive long enough to get better and better and better and better, right? They were able to improve. So that's where we're at, man. You got to be able to get into the game, improve your business, and make sure that it's growing and flowing, and acknowledge the criticism, acknowledge and look for the real things that people are saying that you need. Thanks, Tiffany. Cynthia, I see you. Cynthia Boykin, what you need is, right? So make sure that you take in that criticism, because you need it. It's what's going to make you stronger and better. And don't lash out at the consumer for criticizing you, but you adjust and you see how you can improve and make things better, right? Now, on the other hand, brothers and sisters, as a business owner, I'm here to tell you, I reject what P.T. Barnum Bailey said. He said the customer is always right. That was a marketing ploy that he put into place to help promote the circus. Well, every business is not a circus. Every business can't be solved with riding on an elephant and the elephant shooting peanuts out of his nose at you and some clowns running around. Just because you're the consumer does not mean that you're always right. And we have to say that in the context of how Black people interact with each other and how hateful we can be with each other, right? So you have people who go into a restaurant or a business with an attitude. And I've listened to people being a consultant, a marketing consultant for Black businesses. I'm telling you, I hear so much. And there are times when I sit down and talk to someone who had a problem with a business. And they say, man, they were nasty. That's why I ain't going to Black-owned business. I ain't supporting Black-owned businesses because they just rude and they nasty, and customer service is everything. My money's spent like it everywhere else, right? Now, sometimes when they say that, that's real. They everything they said, they meant it, and the business was horrible, and the business deserved everything that the person just said, right? But just because that was right in that situation does not mean it's right in every situation, right? So you have situations where the consumer comes in with an attitude, and I've sat there and talked to the person and said, okay, well, what happened? And they said, well, when I came in, she said hi, but looked like she had an attitude. Okay, I said, well, okay, what was she frowning up? No, she wasn't frowning. Well, what did she say it mumbling where you couldn't hear her? No, she said it loud enough, but I just didn't feel that her energy was high. Okay, all right, so then what happened? Well, so she got my order, and then when it came to finish the order, instead of asking me did I want anything else, she said, that'll be $5.99. And then she smiled at me with a little smirk. Okay, how was the product? Oh, the product was perfect. It's excellent, but I don't know if I'm coming back because of the attitude of the cashier. Okay, so the energy wasn't as high as you wanted to, and they didn't ask you for an upsell, and they had a half smile on their face. So that's not a reason to blast a business. That's not a reason to be so upset at their customer service that you tell me you're not ever coming back again. Now, again, there's some situations. There's a situation that some of us witnessed on Facebook yesterday where a young lady Linda Perez blasted a Black-owned establishment because they treated her very rudely. And she just don't get down like that. She's a business owner. She believes in customer service and is always advocating for Black-owned businesses. But the rudeness, man, got her lit, got her fired up. So she put them on blast, and they responded. They saw the message. They got some, they responded, and they made it right with her, right? So sometimes we criticize a business and don't give them a chance to make it right. So she blasted them but didn't leave. She blasted them and stayed right there, and they made it right. So there are situations where nobody's going to be perfect. No business is perfect, but how do they recover? How do they respond to that? So everybody that's in business, take note. The customer may not always be right, but you better listen. You better pay attention. And when that customer is right, you better respond. You better respond with integrity, and you better respond with an ability to make the problem go away. Or else it will have legs and will travel. And you know how we are when it comes to bad information. Man, we keep it going, right? We keep it going. So, man, brothers and sisters, man, we're going to cut the show short. We're going to be closing out in just a few minutes. Tomorrow, we're going to have guest co-hosts. That's right, Cynthia. You always give one an opportunity to make it right. You got to do that. Give them an opportunity to make it right and make it better, because what you see, you want to treat them. This is where the golden rule comes into play. And we got to incorporate the golden rule into the business consumer relationship between Black-owned businesses and Black consumers. It's got to be treat people like you want to be treated, right? And if you do that, then you'll be in a better position to let them recover and make it up for you and probably do something better than you would ever imagine in the first place, right? So tomorrow, we're going to have, we got a special guest co-host. We have a spoken word artist extraordinaire, K Love, is going to be joining us as a co-host. And we're going to be talking to a artist, an art procurer. Is that the right word? Seller. He sells art. Been selling art for a long time. He has some great images, man. So if you're trying to get that decor better in your house, he'll do it for you. He got some wonderful pictures. And we're gonna have Sister Yah Simpson, an epidemiologist. And we're gonna talk a little bit about the pandemic and COVID-19 and what vaccinations look like. If any of y'all been following the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan, if you heard his last message, he talked about those vaccines. I'm gonna say it just like he said it. Don't take a vaccine. Do not take a vaccine. Don't take any vaccines from the United States government. We know what they did to us in the past, the Tuskegee experiment, and many other experiments on Black bodies. So we're not going for it. We want the embargo taken off of Cuba. We want to be able to bring physicians from Cuba that we know, that we trust. Some of them, matter of fact, the Nation of Islam has been sending people to Cuba to get a physician degree, to learn how to be a doctor, learn to be a physician. So we want people that we know and we trust to give us the real solutions and offer us both holistic and if it is a vaccination, We want to know what's in it. We want to know everything. And we want people that we know that we can trust to produce it. And if they don't produce it, we want our people to examine whatever is given to us before it's stuck in our arm. And you know, there are people that are advocating for forced vaccination. They're talking about the police will come get you and take you to the hospital or to the clinic and have them shove that needle into your arm. So we got to be strong, and we got to look for alternative solutions. So that's the piece for the day. Man, I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Get ready for tomorrow. We're going to have another amazing show. And it won't be just my beautiful bald back black head, but it'll be a few more beautiful heads, not bald. Yeah, I think all of them got hair that's coming on tomorrow. That's my board up there where I check everything out. So, man, y'all tune in for the next show. But you know, before you go, I want you all to check out my brother, Sean Michelle's Homemade Ice Cream. Check out the commercial. And then we'll close out and we'll see you all tomorrow. Peace.
Sean Michelle's Homemade Ice Cream is the only place to go when the ladies crave delicious old-fashioned homemade ice cream. Their vanilla tastes just like Grandma used to make it. With over 35 flavors, all made with the freshest ingredients, Kathy has never had banana pudding ice cream this good. It's homemade ice cream the way you remember, and Sean Michelle's doesn't upset your stomach. Enjoy in-store or take it to go. Sean Michelle's. Fall in love again.
First time customers, buy one, get one free.